Hello. Wait, I hope you still got this fucking phone with you. Hello. It's right there. Oh, I was just wondering if he was awake right now, but thank you though. Sorry for calling it. Yeah, bye. I'm so bored. Damn.
Hey everyone, RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'll be unboxing the all-new Cricket Wave. This is by a company called Freetel, and I've been wanting this phone here ever since it was announced, and now it's released, and I had to pick it up. So let's go ahead and get in with this unboxing. So I've got the flap here, and of course there is the device. Up here, of course, is some specs as well. 4G LTE speed, a 5-inch HD display, an 8 megapixel rear and a 5 megapixel front facing camera. Has a 1.1 gigahertz quad core processor with a 2500 milliamp hour battery and HD voice. Let's go ahead here and rip off the back. Let's go ahead and remove the top plastic piece here, and we'll take the phone out and put it to the side for a moment, and we will see what now comes in the box. So you have your we're glad you're here. Cricket Get Started guide, your terms and conditions, quick start guide to the Cricket Wave, as well as a SIM card, of course, a wall adapter there, the battery, so 2500 milliamp hour battery here, as well as your charger, and it is micro USB charging. So we'll go ahead and see everything back into the box here and look at the phone. Okay, y'all, so the phone is now in hand. Let's go ahead and remove this front protector. And up front here, of course, is your receiver, as well as your front-facing camera and your 5-inch display. We'll go ahead and remove the back cover here. Of course, the battery, like I said, is replaceable, 2500 milliamp hour. And up here is your SIM card slot, your nano SIM card slot, micro SD card slot there as well. And back down here is your single firing speaker. Okay, so the back of the phone here is a very smooth, glossy feel. Looks really nice with that blue color and everything. Now, the phone is very smooth. When you get up here to the Cricket, it's kind of like a sticker, kind of what it feels like. But anyway, camera, flash, rear speaker. On the left, you have nothing at all. On the top, you have your 3.5mm headset jack, as well as microphone. On the bottom, micro USB charging and microphone there as well. On the right side, you have your power and volume rocker there, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and give this phone its first boot up. So we just got power by Android right there, so we'll see if there's any animations to it or whatever. Something to smile about. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get this phone here all set up, and I will come back when it's finished. Okay everyone, so we're all set up now and ready to go. Now the display here is a 5-inch display at 720p, and I will say that the display looks really nice. Got some really nice angles there. It's a really sharp, nice, vivid display, which is always good. Let's go ahead and bring up the app drawer here. Got a little bit of bloatware like Amazon, Facebook, Messenger, Next Radio, stuff like that. And also when you activate these phones here, they add a lot more bloatware. Those can easily be uninstalled or at least disabled. And now let's look for an actual gallery in here. I don't really see an actual gallery app in here, unfortunately. So you have to depend on Google Photos, some like that, some don't. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring down the drop down here. And typical stuff, you got Wi-Fi, your SIM card, battery, flashlight. Let's look at the flashlight here. So flashlight, not very bright, but hey, at least it's got one. It's nice to have a flashlight on all phones. And location, you can also edit all of those as well. Let's go ahead and go into the settings here and look around. So we have your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, data usage, and more. So we have mobile hotspot, VPN, and cellular networks. Got display here as well for your brightness level. That's a brightness, wallpaper, sleep, screensaver, ambient display, font size, display size, and screen rotation, and notifications, sound. So in here, get your, of course, your ringtone, your notification tone, alarm sounds, and wireless emergency alerts and other sounds right there, as you can see. So also storage. It says 16 gigabytes of storage, but right here it's showing 4.72 gigs used of 14.56 gigabytes. So not really sure why it's showing for 14.56. I don't know what that all about, but that's what it is. You can also add an SD card for expanded storage as well. Down here at the battery, you have battery saver on or off, battery percentage on or off. Not much going on there. This phone does have 2 gigabytes of RAM and got location, security, accounts, Google, stuff like that. Down here at About Phone, we are running 7.1.2. We are running Nougat here on this device. So no Oreo, not the latest, but hey, it is still 7.1.2, and it is running December 1st, 2017 security patch. Okay. So we'll go back home here and look around. Now, got the dollar here. So, yeah, typical standard dollar. Got messages here as well. Let's check and see what kind of keyboard we have on this phone. And just like regular standard Gboard on here. Got all your emojis here as well, so there's plenty to choose from on this device. You can also, of course, download other keyboards, stuff like that from the Play Store if you don't like that. Okay, let's go to the camera here for a moment and look around. And so they're not this pretty stock here, not a whole lot going on in here. Got your flash up here. Got some effects here like mono, sepia, negative, solarize, stuff like that. Front facing camera, your self timer, 42, 5, or 10 seconds. And of course your settings are right here. So you got picture size there, 8 megapixels. You got picture quality of low, high, low, normal, or high. I think that's what it says. So you have low, standard, and high. Picture size is 8 megapixels, 6 and down to 2 megapixels. Storage, either phone or SD card. Got exposure, white balance, saturation, contrast, sharpness. So you can mess with all of those settings there if you want to. Now we go to the camcorder. So we have going on in here the same stuff up there, and you record in max 720p is max recording. Video duration is 30 seconds, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or no limit. And white balance and time lapse feature there as well. Let's go around to the front facing camera and look at some of these settings there. So up here, we're in the camcorder mode. So right there is the sim effects mode, camera switch mode there, and these settings here record 720p, QVGA, and QCIF. Those are the 3 also available on the rear camera for camcorder as well. Video duration of also 30 seconds, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or no limit. White balance and time lapse. So let's click into the camera here and go in here again. GPS, 5 megapixels, picture quality, storage, exposure, all that's the same right there is on the rear camera. So I will definitely be testing the cameras out in a camera test here in a few days if possible to see how these cameras do perform under good light and everything. So yeah, I mean that's just a little rundown there, and look here at the Cricut Wave by Freetail. This was helpful and informative in any way. You enjoy seeing this on my channel, hit that like button. Any questions or comments you may have, leave it below, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.
The Escalade reviews are in. Come in now and experience the presence of the Escalade for yourself. Get this low mileage lease on this 2018 Cadillac Escalade from only $8.99 per month.
What's going on, everybody? Paul Tech here. Welcome to my unboxing and hands-on of the Alcatel 3V. The Alcatel 3V is an unlocked smartphone that'll work for GSM carriers. It retails right now off of Amazon for about $150. I'll drop a link in the description below of this video if you're interested in picking this device up. And take a look at the side of the box. It says it has a 2K display, 2160 by 1080 resolution, 6-inch, 18:9 aspect ratio, a dual camera setup to the back, facial recognition as well, and this is running Android Oreo out of the box. Back in the box, you get some more specifications there. Now when it comes to this display, when you are watching like YouTube videos, it is going to show highest quality 1080p resolution.
Shit, I'm running up on this soon. I'm fucking tired as hell.
Plus a 2 megapixel rear camera, 5 in the front LED flash.
Since it shows I've been on here like about an hour because it's not going to reach it quite out because it's the type of app that has a limit on it. I'm just going to end fucking shit about 59 minutes more and I'm fucking tired.
As I can about this device
Watch the
without having the video
replay.
go super long. But as you can see there, opening up the box, you got the Alcatel 3V sitting right there
On YouTube
the
and
front.
shit.
So I'm going to go ahead and remove the 3V out of the box, and we'll just take a quick glance at this. But as you can see, you know, this is how the packaging will be if you decide to purchase the Alcatel 3V. I'm going to put this off to the side and see what else is in the box. So you are getting a quick start guide and a safety and precautions manual there. Also included in the box is a screen protector. So this is actually pretty nice to see that you have a screen protector with the purchase. And moving on from there, you are getting your Alcatel branded wall brick. And this does say it charges at 5 volts at 1 amp. And you also get included with the purchase, which is actually pretty surprising, at least for me, is a set of headphones in the box. And again, this is actually a nice little bonus that's included. And you can kind of see the type of quality that they are there. Definitely be testing these out, and they have Alcatel branding on them as well. And in the box is a micro USB data cable, so no Type-C on the Alcatel 3V. SIM removal tool is included as well, and you get a added bonus here at the bottom of the box, which is this clear protective case. And I always love it when there are these little bonuses like headphones, a case, a screen protector. So, you know, so far I like everything that you are getting here just out of the box with the Alcatel 3V. And I'll go ahead and move on now to the Alcatel 3V. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it out of this plastic sleeve, and we'll take a very close look at it. Alright, so the Alcatel 3V does have this pre-installed screen protector. As you can see, it's just giving you some more specifications regarding the device. So 6-inch display, 18:9 aspect ratio. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a tour around the Alcatel 3V. To the right-hand side, you have your tray there, which is going to be housing your SIM card. You can also input a micro SD card for expandable storage. Your power button, which is textured to the right-hand side, and to the bottom, a single down-firing speaker to the far right. Micro USB charging, and to the far left is your microphone. On the left-hand side, you got your volume rockers there. It appears like this is a metal frame.
Triple action protection starts with Shelby Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline.
On the Alcatel 3V as well. Up on top, you do have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack as well as your noise cancellation mic. And moving to the back of the Alcatel 3V, as you can see right there, you are having that dual camera setup. So a 12 megapixel camera plus a 2 megapixel camera, LED flash. And as you can see from the cameras there, they do look pretty flush to the back. You've got a fingerprint sensor on this as well, Alcatel branding. And that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and remove that sticker to the back of the 3V so you can see exactly how it looks. And as you can see, it's a very sleek looking smartphone. This color on Alcatel's website is called Spectrum Black. It's a glossy finish. It is plastic. It's not made out of glass, but I definitely like the way the 3V looks. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and power on the device, and there we go. Go ahead and remove the screen protector, and here we go. Alcatel powered by Android. I'm going to get the device all set up, ready to go, and then I'll be back in about a second and share with you as much as I possibly can regarding this device. And like I said, I don't want this video to go too long, but I want to give you some good information. Alright, so I am back, and this is the lock screen here. Go ahead and slide up and into the home screen. So taking a look up on top, you'll see you got your earpiece there, a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, LED flash, a 6-inch 18:9 aspect ratio display. You got 2.5D glass on this, and you can go ahead and take a look at the bezels there on the 3V, and I'll go ahead and navigate around here. You got your Google folder there, and those are the Google applications that are included. I'm going to exit out of there. Then you got your gallery settings, Play Store, jumping into the messaging application. Now if you're new to my channel, you never see one of my unboxing videos, I always include the messaging application. It was a request from a while back, but as you can see, that's the keyboard. You have some options available here. So you get your clipboard option there, And then you have ways of customizing this keyboard, so you can actually, put your own photo, maybe something from your gallery as a keyboard theme. And then you have some additional options as well. So, I like what I'm seeing here with the keyboard, and like I said, I always include this in my unboxing hands-on. I'll also go ahead and jump into the different emojis that are pre-installed on this keyboard here. So I'll kind of go through a couple of these here. And again, this was just part of that request from about 2 years ago, and I always just include it in my videos now. All right, moving on from there, and I'll go ahead and go to the other page here. So you got Netflix, Facebook that is pre-installed on the 3V. You got your tools folder here, so as you can see, you got about 6 different applications, and I haven't connected this to Wi-Fi, so this is what you are getting fresh out of the box on the Alcatel 3V. So it seems to be, somewhat fluid and responsive. Long pressing gets you into your wallpapers and widgets, and we'll go through a couple of these wallpapers here, just so you can kind of see how the display looks, kind of with the different colors. And again, in the full review, I'll go in more detail about color reproduction and just how good of a display this is, outdoor visibility. Alright, so go ahead and pull down the status bar now. As you can see, you get quick access to your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth rotation, and you got additional features there. For instance, like the flashlight that is available. And take a look at the back flash. It does appear to be pretty bright there as well. And go ahead and see what else you got. You got battery saver, cast. If you go to the other side, do not disturb, and data saver as well. You can edit these if you like. We'll jump into settings now and just navigate around here a little bit. Now you can use a fingerprint, which I'm going to go ahead and set that up in just a little bit. Now I haven't connected this to Wi-Fi, so we're going to find out right now if this connects to 5G. As you can see right there, it does have 5 gigahertz capabilities, which is great. So I'll go ahead and back up out of Wi-Fi, and then as you can see, you get your Bluetooth option right there, data usage, tethering, and portable hotspot, VPN, airplane mode, cast, and then I'll go ahead and jump into display now. Now going into display, you got a navigation bar feature here, and I like how you can pretty much change up the button layout, so you have those 2 options available, and you can also hide the navigation bar. So as you can see to the bottom there, will give you an option to hide the navigation bar. You can also change the background color to your navigation bar, so you got a couple colors to choose from. Pretty cool features in my opinion. Alright, see what else we got here. So looks like we got mirror vision, adaptive brightness. Go into mirror vision again, and this is a, I like this feature. I've used it on other Alcatel devices, and you can just basically change up the picture mode, standard, vivid, or you can kind of have your own type of mode. You can adjust it to your liking. Home screen now. So this does have a launcher on it. So you are running Joy Launcher on top of Android, as you can see there. And then you also have an option for network carrier display, notification LED. So you got a front-facing LED notification light. And let's see what else. You got a full screen mode. So since this does have the 18:9 aspect ratio, some applications might not support it, but as you can see there, you can pretty much choose which ones will support it. And then we'll go into security and location. So again, fingerprint sensor on this, face recognition as well. So setting up the fingerprint sensor, as you can see there, it's a pretty simple process, and you just touch in the back to multiple areas of your fingerprint, and then you can add additional fingerprints as well. You have different functions, as you can see to the bottom there, with the fingerprint sensor, so I like those features. So I'm going to go ahead and test out the fingerprint sensor now, and it seems to be unlocking. There we go. Now I noticed the fingerprint sensor is not super fast. Slow.
Every year, over 10 million people have their identity stolen. Take control of your identity with ID Shield. ID Shield monitors your personal information, such as your social security number, credit and debit card numbers, and social media accounts. We watch across the internet, including black market websites, government databases, and court records. We even provide child monitoring and monthly credit score tracking, which you can track right on the ID Shield mobile app. If any discrepancies with your identity are found, you'll receive an alert. If your identity's been stolen, a dedicated team of licensed private investigators are there at the touch of a button, 24/7 to restore your identity. ID Shield also provides a password manager, so you can generate and store strong passwords to further shield yourself from identity theft. And And ID Shield even has a $5 million service guarantee, which means if identity theft happens, we'll do whatever it takes for as long as it takes to restore your identity. Shield yourself and your family from identity theft and put a licensed private investigator in the palm of your hand with ID Shield.
Now I noticed the fingerprint sensor is not super fast, it's not super slow, but it does seem to be pretty accurate. And I went ahead and set up the facial recognition also. Again, a very simple process, and it works extremely well. It's actually pretty fast. I think facial recognition actually works faster than the fingerprint sensor on this device. So as you can see, when I look at it, it unlocks the Alcatel 3V, and you can tell from the bottom. I'm going to turn it on, and it recognizes my face. It works perfect. When it comes to internal storage, you are getting 16 gigabytes, and 5.97 is used out of the box. But again, you can always input an SD card and expand that storage, but I would have loved to see 32 gigs on this device. Now, as you can see here, we are on April 5th, 2018 security patch, as well as 8.0 Oreo out of the box, and I think that is fantastic. And I love the fact that this didn't come out with Nougat, but it did come out with Oreo. And I would just say Alcatel just continue to update these devices with security patches and the next version of Android. I just remembered I didn't go into the app drawer earlier, so this is how the app drawer looks. And all these applications are what is pre-installed out of the box on the Alcatel 3V. So you can also search, scroll alphabetically along the side there. So I think I'll go ahead and head on outdoors for the last portion of this unboxing hands-on. As you can see, it is such a nice day. I just want to share with you the camera interface here, take a couple photos. Shutter speed seems to be okay, got the touch to focus there. Again, a dual rear camera setup, 12 megapixel plus a 2 megapixel camera. Also do some video recording. Now with that dual camera setup, you're supposed to be able to get that portrait mode, that blur effect, that bokeh effect. I'll definitely go into more detail in the full review regarding that, just how well it does work. Again, 5 megapixel front-facing camera with the LED flash, and I'll cover that in the full review as well. As you can see, while I am recording video, you can take a photo, and you can also pause and resume. Now, with the Alcatel 3V, you do get some additional features under settings, and like a time-lapse mode, a light trace, the portrait mode, and a night mode as well, just to name a few. I just want to share with you here also underneath settings, so you can change the photo size, and the highest quality you can record is Full HD, so that's going to be 1080p at 30 frames per second, and this also has video stabilization, EIS, and again, this was just a quick look at the camera interface. But that pretty much does it for my unboxing and hands-on of the Alcatel 3V. Again, you can purchase this right now off of Amazon for $150. It is unlocked. It'll work on GSM carriers like Metro PCS, T-Mobile, Cricket Wireless, just to name a few. And I'm going to definitely be providing a full review on this. I'm going to put my SIM card in it, use it as my daily driver, and then report back to you guys in about a week or two my experience. If you enjoyed this unboxing hands-on, please hit that thumbs up button. And please subscribe to the channel for more future videos. This is Paul Tech, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.
Never play on repeat.
on everybody, Paul Tech here. Now welcome to the unboxing and hands-on of the Moto G6 Play for Boost Mobile. Now before I unbox this, I just want to talk about price real quick. Now if you purchase this at Boost Mobile on their website, it does go for the price of $129.99. I picked this up at my local Walmart for $80. So if you're thinking about picking up the Moto G6 Play, consider picking up at Walmart for the low price of $80. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the packaging here, get into the Moto G6 Play. Now as you can see, as I'm removing the Boost Mobile orange box, you're presented with a second box. So Motorola Moto G6 Play box right here. So this looks nice, looks very, very nice. We'll go ahead and open this up and take a look at all the contents that are included with the purchase of the Moto G6 Play. So opening up the front portion there, as you can see, you got the Moto G6 Play nestled right there on top. You got, and reading some of these specifications there on the screen protector, you're getting a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, rapid charging, 5.7-inch max vision display, HD+, 13 megapixel camera, 1.4 gigahertz quad-core processor, fingerprint reader, as well as expandable memory. I'm going to place the Moto G6 Play off to the side and share with you what else is included with the purchase. So you're getting your tool there, that's going to get you access to your tray for your SIM card and SD card. You're also getting some reading material, as you can see there, and this does come with a micro USB data cable. So unfortunately, the Moto G6 Play does not have Type-C charging. And also included in the box is your wall brick for charging, and this does charge at 5.2 volts at 2 amps. You got Motorola branding to the wall brick as well. Now, something that was very surprising to see in the box is a clear protective case, and this is actually pretty awesome because right out of the box you are getting some type of protection for your Moto G6 Play. So I think this was a pretty awesome move to include a case with the purchase. And moving on to the Moto G6 Play itself now. So first thing I'm noticing while holding this in my hand is it does have a good amount of weight to it. It does come in with a weight of 6.14 ounces. You are going to get that 18:9 aspect ratio. You get 5 megapixel front facing camera, LED flash. Let's take a look at the right hand side. So on the right hand side of the Moto G6 Play, you got your volume rockers, and then right below the volume rockers is your textured power button. So as you can see, that is going to be the placement there. And then taking a look at the bottom of the Moto G6 Play, you have your microphone and your micro USB charging port. Taking a look at the left hand side, right there is going to be the tray. That does get you access to your SIM card. You can also input a micro SD card to that tray to the left hand side. Taking a look up on top, you have a noise cancellation mic, and there is the 3.5mm headphone jack. And moving on to the back of the Moto G6 Play, as you can see, you're getting that 13 megapixel rear facing camera with face detection autofocus. And with the rear facing camera, it doesn't protrude out a whole lot like you see on some other Motorola devices. It's not completely flush, but it's actually pretty close. Right beneath the camera is going to be your fingerprint sensor. You got the M there for Motorola. Looks like pretty good placement for the fingerprint sensor. And this is actually like a bluish type of color. On the Motorola website, it's actually called Deep Indigo. And this looks very nice to me. It has a very nice design. I really like the way it looks. It is a very shiny, type of glossy look to the back there. This back cover will pick up some fingerprints and oils, but you are getting that included case with the purchase, so you really don't have to worry about that because the case is going to pretty much prevent fingerprints and oils being shown on the back of your Moto G6 Play. Now, on the Motorola website, this does claim that the body is made out of a polymer glass. And like I said, it does have some pretty good weight to it. Comes with a 4,000 milliamp hour non-removable battery. So let's go ahead and power this on. And so as you can see there, we got some juice. Go ahead and remove this screen protector here. And again, a 5.7-inch HD display. This does have the water repellent coating. So it's not water resistant, but it is going to protect from light rain, spills, and splashes. So you do got that protection there. And again, you get that LED flash to the front for selfies. I'm going to get this all set up. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the Moto G6 Play all set up and ready to go. Take a look at that display there. You are getting an 18:9 aspect ratio, 720 by 1440 resolution, 280 pixels per inch. Weather widget up on top, Google search bar, as well as your Moto application there. So you're going to get a lot of those great features that you would see on higher end Moto devices here on the Moto G6 Play. Moto Key, Moto Actions, Moto Display. So one of the features that you have available is if you do this little chop action, it'll actually launch the flashlight, so it's actually pretty cool. And then you can just do this chop action to turn it off. You got the flick of the wrist available as well to quick launch the camera also. Alright, so you see on-screen buttons to the bottom there. Next, I'll go ahead and slide to the side there, and that will get you into the Google feed. I haven't connected this to Wi-Fi or anything. And if we jump into the messaging application real quick, I just want to share with you the keyboard and some of the different emojis that you have here on the Moto G6 Play. So this is going to be running a Gboard, as you can see the different emojis that you do have available and some other features to the bottom there. Go ahead and exit out of the messaging application. And next we'll go ahead and go into the app drawer. So all you got to do is just slide from the bottom up, and that gets you into the app drawer. And all these applications is what is included out of the box. So again, I haven't connected this to Wi-Fi, I haven't downloaded anything. So you get Dolby Audio on this, you got your FM radio, plug in a set of headphones, and you can just be listening to FM radio. I'll go ahead and scroll further down, and you can take a look at some of the other pre-installed applications here on the Moto G6 Play. So I'll go ahead and exit out the app drawer. Now this is a large display, you know, it's kind of long, so to pull down the status bar, you don't have to reach all the way to the top. All you gotta do is slide down on the display, and that will pull down your status bar, and you can get access to all your quick toggles just like that. So as you can see, those are some of the different quick toggles that you do have available, and then you can also edit these as well. So there's some additional ones to the bottom there. All you gotta do is just drag and add it up to the top, and that's pretty much it. We'll go ahead and jump into settings now and just kind of show you some other features that are available. Now, I didn't connect this to Wi-Fi yet, but let me just adjust the brightness here, make it a little brighter. Also, you got auto brightness on board, which is great. So jumping into network, into Wi-Fi, go ahead and take a look here if we can connect to the 5 gigahertz. And as you can see there, you do got that option available with the Moto G6 Play. So that's actually pretty good to see there. Backing up out of there, I should also mention this does have Bluetooth 5.0 as well. And I'm going to go ahead and share with you a couple more features you have here underneath settings. Now jumping into display next, you do have the adaptive brightness available. So if you enable the adaptive brightness, the brightness will adjust depending on your environment and lighting conditions. Color mode. So color mode is a very cool feature. You can adjust this, make the display a little bit warmer, make it a little bit cooler. It just depends on how you like your display to look. And you also have an advanced feature here, so you can change the font size, the display size. And going on from there, go ahead and move on into, I think, storage now. Go ahead and jump into storage. So with the Moto G6 Play, you are getting 16 gigabytes of ROM, 16 gigs of internal storage, 5.19 gigabytes has been used out of the box. Now you still get the feature there that you can input a micro SD card to expand the storage. You can expand it up to 128 gigs. And moving on from there, I'll go ahead and jump into security and location. I'm going to go ahead and set up the fingerprint sensor. So I did notice while I'm setting up the fingerprint sensor, it is kind of hit or miss while getting my finger to register just with the placement. But I did get my fingerprint to register, and you can register up to a couple fingerprints as well. So I'll go ahead and test out the fingerprint sensor for you guys here and go ahead and see how accurate and how well it's working. As you can see, it did unlock the Moto G6 Play. Let's do that again. And it is working. It seems to be working perfectly fine. Not the fastest fingerprint sensor, yet it's not the slowest I've used either. And again, a good security feature of the Moto G6 Play. Moving on from there into About Phone. As you can see, March 1st, 2018 security patch. And we do got 8.0 Oreo out of the box. So this is actually pretty cool. I think we're going to start seeing this trend of affordable devices coming out now with this 18:9 aspect ratio display. Oreo out of the box. And so it's looking pretty good there. And with Moto devices, you know you are going to get those security patches and updates in the future as well. Moving on to the camera interface here, I just want to kind of share with you guys a little bit and just kind of take a couple photos here. Shutter speed seems to be okay, not super fast. And into video recording, again, this has a 13 megapixel rear facing camera, face detection autofocus, 5 megapixel front facing camera with a front facing flash. And as you can see there, just a quick look at, you know, a little bit of the quality, what to be expected if you are to be recording videos here with the Moto G6 Play. So you can lock in the focus and exposure, take a photo while recording the video, and you can also pause and resume when you are recording. So, you know, looks pretty decent so far. I'll definitely have to test this out some more. And you got some